Joined by Maggie Leef here on Wisconsin.golf after an opening round 82 U.S. Senior Women's Amateur. It got windy out there.
Very windy and very tricky hole locations.
Really?
The greens were tricky, even the practice rounds when it wasn't this windy, and they were tricky.
And they're small to begin with, right?
They're not large.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd call them small. They're not Black Hawk small. They're not like home small, but
Sure.
They're small. Yes, they played small.
And it's a USGA setup.
Correct.
So that's, I mean, that heightens things, doesn't it?
It does. It does. There was a par 3 on the front 9 that the whole location looked okay, and I hit the shot I wanted to hit, and it just kept rolling and right into a bunker.
Oh,
So
really?
There were a couple of times today where I hit the shot I wanted to hit,
Yeah.
and I couldn't predict what it was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some of it's the mountain, some of it's the wind.
Sure. But so in 82, all things considered, not too bad?
82, I said to a friend of mine as I walked by, well, I played 17 holes like Maggie. Unfortunately, it was an 18-hole round. So if you take out number 10, which is an easy hole,
Yep.
unless you do something stupid, it would have been a 78. So 82 is okay. And the other thing is I probably had 4 putts right on the edge. The putts I was trying to make, they just didn't break as much as I thought they would, so it's not, it doesn't sting as much as I thought it would have after an 8.
Well, and I'll take the full blame for that because that was the only full hole I saw.
Well, no, that was my brain. I didn't get set on the tee, and I didn't have a great shot, and for where the tee shot landed,
Right.
To
Right at the
punch
curve.
out wasn't an easy one, and I really thought I had an okay shot, and just stood over too long. We got too.
Yeah.
I didn't keep it free.
Right.
It really wasn't that hard of a shot, and you know.
But you rebounded nicely.
I had a good decision and a good shot, and then did not get myself settled on the putting. And
Right.
so, as Manuel would have said, you miss, you make. So, way afterwards, that's actually what settled me back down.
When you thought about what he would have said.
One time I was just
with a
distraught,
4-putt,
and
right.
he's like, "Well, I know how you did it. You miss, you make." So. It's all good. I love playing in these things. I love the challenge. It's fun to have Jim here as my caddy.
Yep.
It's fun.
And there's a strong Wisconsin contingent. A couple people maybe playing for the first time. I know for sure Nikki.
And Sarah also.
Sarah also for the
This
first.
isn't her first USGA, but it's her first senior.
Senior.
And first USGA in a long time.
So-
Well, she'd played in a 4-ball, but
Right. But I mean, it's different when you get here, isn't it? I mean, the flags are flying. You're introduced on the first tee.
it's the USGA does a really nice job of elevating the event and making it into a championship, and they also do a nice job of setting up that there's enough social, and the gabbing, the discussions on Thursday night in the welcome party was just fun.
Yeah.
Some cases, this is the only time we're seeing some of these ladies.
Sure.
And we've seen them for 4 and 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's all in all, it's really good, and I feel very fortunate to be here.
How does the USGA setup on the golf course differ from maybe what you're used to back home in competition? Is it nth degree, or do they try to take it somewhat easy, especially on the senior tournaments like this?
I wouldn't say they take it easy. I would say they set it up in full recognition that they have to get 132 players around the course the first 2 days. I would think when it gets to match play, you're going to see even more interesting teeing areas and even more interesting hole locations when you can pick things up and not have to get the ball in the hole. Everybody has to. So they do a great job. I would say the spread of skill is much narrower at an event like this. There still is spread, but there's a narrower skill, so it's probably easier to set up this course and balance the difficulty than it is at some of our state stuff, where
Sure.
at any given time in the championship, even in the championship light, there's probably 10, 15 strokes points
Right.
difference. So it's just fun. I will say that out here, you have every club in your bag in your hand a variety of times. This is not a driver 7-iron, 3-wood, whatever. It's
Right.
oh man, you could, the last hole, okay, I could hit a 9 or I could hit 8. What do I want to do? What do I feel the best about? So
And how do you go from morning tea time today to afternoon tomorrow? And I mean, you're gonna, I'm sure, see where you're at in relation to everything. You've been through how many USGA events have you played in?
This is 33.
33.
33. I hope I'm going to do better than I did in Portland. So when I had early late, I really prefer the late early where you barely have time to get home, eat something, go to bed, and get up and play golf the next day.
Right.
That suits my personality better. So we will. What I learned out of Portland is, rather than trying not to think about score or what people are doing, is try to find something that I like to do, to just do that for X amount of hours and then get here and have a normal round.
Sure.
So we'll see.
All right. Well, Maggie, good job today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.